Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and today I'm bringing to you a second look with the Alter Ego Sahara palette. This is part of my moving week content, just bringing to you 3 fun little looks with this palette. So here we go. Before we get into the look, I just want to say, if you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I really hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And allegedly, if you ring that little notification bell to all, YouTube will let you know when that happens. So today I think I want to get into these grays and the black in here, maybe pop this shade Jewel on the lid. I just want to play. I didn't do this in the first video, but really quickly for the face I used my Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Butta Biscuit. And then I used my Hourglass Ghost Blush Quad, and I went into this pinky shade up here called Surreal Effect. And then for my highlighter, I used this from J.Cat. It's the Luxe Pro Powder in the shade Pearl Luminizer. What is going on here? We have an escapee. I think I'm going to start things off in the transition area with the shade Sands. I don't know how much it will show up, but we shall give it a try. I always find it difficult to do cooler tone looks, specifically during the summer, but also like I just find it hard on my very warm skin tone sometimes to figure out the blush and the lips. This is definitely a pinky blush, but even on my skin it looks pretty warm. Story of these little earrings, super cute. My daughter was getting ready to leave to go babysitting and spend the night at my bestie's house, and she said, "Mom, can you do me a favor?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Will you wear my earrings in your video today?" Sure. So these are her little earrings that she bought with some of her babysitting money, and she's been wanting me to wear that in a video. I don't know how much that showed up, if at all, so I'm next going to take the shade Clay with the same brush and use this as a transition. Kind of ever so slightly start leaning into the cool tones. I kind of want to do like a black linery cat eye situation, something in the outer part of the eye, so we'll see how that happens or goes. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but my daughter's new little kitten Luna is right back there and babysitting while she's gone overnight, which should be interesting. Thank goodness she wears a bell, or I would never find her. So in this palette, they do have some different textures between the mattes. There are a few shades in here that look like they're meant to be the cream to powder formula, similar to the Natasha Denona palettes. However, I will say that the cream to powder shades in this palette are not the same texture as in the new Artemis palette, but they do have a different texture than just the traditional mattes. So this is one of those shades. It's the shade I'm going into next, called Slate. I'm gonna go ahead and start this out on the outer third of the lid and get this worked in. And as I have less product, I work it up into the crease. And I'm kind of pulling it out a little bit toward my temple just because I do want that little cat eye effect. We may have to go in and clean up with some concealer. I'm just one that always does my base first. I think it helps me with applying my eyeshadow and choosing tones and things like that. This is a very nice texture though. I mean, all of the textures that I've experienced from Alter Ego are really nice, but I especially like their mattes, which is really kind of something for me. I'm not one that's like, ooh, I'm very excited about this matte eyeshadow, but I do get excited about these Alter Ego mattes. They are fantastic. So as you can see, I've kind of winged it out a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and then we're going to step back a shade into that lighter gray and blend things out. And then using the same brush that I used for the darker gray, I'm going back into clay. I don't know if I even said that the first time. The lighter gray is called Clay, and I'm using the same brush since this is more of a pinched fluffy brush. It's gonna help me keep things lower in the socket, which is what I'm wanting. When I'm doing a more winged out shape like I am now, I like to keep things a little bit lower, not take it quite all the way up to my brow, as I'm known to do. And then I'm going to take my original fluffy brush and just make sure everything is nice and diffused. But I'm going to be very careful not to bring that fluffy brush any higher up in the socket so that, again, I don't end up with gray eyeshadow up to my brows. For the lower lash line, to get things started, I'm going back into the deeper gray called Slate. I'm going to use this short little stubby smudger brush. So we get into this more liner portion and all that. I'm going to get real up and close and personal with my mirror. And this, I'm going to bring it almost all the way across, about 2/3. And I'm going to try and smudge this and blend this out as much as possible, because when I go in with the black on the lower lash line with a very flat brush, I still want to be able to see the gray peeking out. Got a little crazy there. And then I'm taking the same smudgy brush and gonna kind of start deepening and creating that outer V before we go in again with the black liner. Not again with the black liner, but again before we go in with the black liner. Lord in heaven. I love gray. I don't know why I don't wear it more. I love the gray, I think it also might be called Slate, that's in the ABH Sultry palette. I think that's kind of the shade that got me like, oh, I think I like gray. So I do also believe that the black shade called Mesa is also meant to be the cream to powder formula, which is great for a liner. So I'm probably not going to talk too much through this, but I just want to make a little wing and, you know, sort of just, I don't know, use the black. That's what I want to do. I want a little wing. But I'm not going to be able to talk through it, so I will speed it through, but not too fast, and hope you enjoy. Ooh, I like it. All right, let's see if we can make it match. All right, and here we are ready for the lid shade. Absolutely think you could leave it here if you wanted to. Let's do a small blend now that we have the wings on. I'm gonna try my darndest not to touch the wing, but to blend the shadow down to the wing like that. And I will say, I just think in general, if you have trouble with liner but you do like to wear it, I think eyeshadows are so much more forgiving. If you feel like eyeshadows are a little bit more messy, You could absolutely spray your brush before you put it into a matte shadow, and it will help that a little bit, help things to be a little bit more crisp. I'm just being lazy today, apparently. So like I said, I think we'll go in with the shade Jewel, and we'll see how it goes. I kind of don't want to take it all the way out and just let that gray be present. But I do want to brighten and add a little shimmer. I'm going to pull it up toward the transition in the front. I just think that gives a really nice sort of lift to the eye, and who doesn't want that, I ask. And then as I move out, I'm just going to sort of fade it. This is such a pretty color. It's way more than just like a champagne. It's got some pink to it, and it's just really nice and smooth on the eyelid. I definitely suffer from more texture on my eyelids the older I get. So I'm all about the shadows that make them look smoother. All right. I think that is the eyes done. There's something about this side that just doesn't look right. So I'm going to just quickly finish off the eyes and do something about the hair. I am going to tightline with this little Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Blacquer, just because I don't even know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but I just think it looks nicer when you do have like a dark or black eyeliner on the top lid to also tightline, so you don't have that peeking like flesh for lack of a better way to put it. And then I'm going to use my beautiful heavy tube of Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, and then we'll come back and do a lip together, because I have no idea what kind of lip is gonna go with this look. I mean, I don't know, probably something bold. All right, we're back. This is what the hair came up with today. She's the boss, not me. I just get the feeling I want to do a pink lip, and there's a lipstick I haven't used on my channel yet, but I'm going to start off by lining my lips as always, and today I'm using MAC Soar, which is more of a rosy pink shade. Alright, and then the lippy that I haven't used on my channel yet, from what I believe, is a lipstick from Cotz, and this is in the shade Rosewater. This is a little mini that was a promo, maybe 100 point perk, I don't remember, but it's a really pretty color and I haven't used it, so here we go. Alright, what do we think? I still feel like I need more blush, maybe more bronzer. Let's start with bronzer. Going back into the Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Butta Biscuit. And I have this e.l.f. complexion brush, no, ultimate blending brush. Several people have mentioned this as a good brush, especially for cream bronzers, and this is the first day that I'm using it with this one, but I do really like it. Still feel like we need more. Do I feel like I need more? No, I don't feel like I need more blush. Okay, here's the completed look. I really like how this turned out. I think with more practice, the whole liner thing might become more like easy. I don't know. But I had fun getting a little bit glam today. I do feel like I went a little too low on the lower lash line. I'm not used to a real heavy lower lash line. It's possible I just needed to smoke it out more, but you know, This is me, this is who I am, and I had fun playing with some cool tones today and the different textures in this palette. I think we might do an all matte look tomorrow, not tomorrow, for Saturday rather, using some of these rosy tones here. So I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today and creating another look with the Sahara palette from Alter Ego. Let me know what you think of this look. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. And if you did like today's video, it would really help me out if you would give it a thumbs up. It gets my videos suggested to other people here on the interwebs, and then we can all make more friends down in the comments. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I hope if you're wearing makeup today that all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful glam makeup days. And I will see you in my next video real soon, aka Saturday.